would ever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protests to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force.
There was a man named Mahatma Gandhi. He would not bow down, he would not bite. He knew the deal was down and dirty. Nothing wrong could make it right away. But he knew his duty and the price he had to pay. Just another holy man, dared to be a friend. My God, they killed him.
20 years ago, I had the unique honor to sit down with the late Lakota musician, actor, and political activist, Floyd Red Crow Westerman, to discuss his research behind the story of how smallpox-infected blankets were used as biological weapons, tools of genocide by generations of colonizers, in an effort to exterminate Native peoples spanning the Americas. I produced this never-before-seen interview with Floyd in 2001 at his home in Venice, California. His words and insights are as poignant today as they were back then.
People will use this kind of method to kill. It's not surprising. The secret about the way America wants to tell history. America designed history the way it is written to leave out the crime scenes. Biological warfare was first used by the British in Massachusetts by Lord Jeffrey Amherst, who ordered these smallpox blankets handed out. It was a direct order from military sources that these blankets would be used to exterminate Indian people. So it was an attitude of biological warfare as a way of killing, using blankets as a murder weapon. After it was used in New England, it spread out to within New England to where even civilian farmers were doing this to help clear the land, because the policy was in the sense that if there's no Indians in the area, it's okay to go and spread out and use that land, clear it. Well, there were Indians from coast to coast, so when that policy came out, well, farmers would just start using it without any military permission, without any directive from anybody else. They would do this to the local Indians in their area. Most people think there's a westward expansion from New England all the way across to the west, but the Spaniards came up around in San Diego, and then when they moved and populated California, by the time the Mexican government and the United States government had taken control of California over the war with Mexico, then the United States Army started to use smallpox blankets in California. Matter of fact, there's a plaque out on Interstate 10 at a rest area about how Juan Antonio of the Cahuilla people, 60% of the people were killed at this time. So it was across the country and widespread.
Another man from Atlanta, Georgia, name of Martin Luther King, shook the land like rolling thunder, made the bell of freedom ring that day, but his dream of beauty that they could not burn away. Just another holy man who dared to be a friend. My God, they killed him.
Certainly the connection for our Native American brothers and sisters when it comes to the COVID pandemic, the reality, as we know, with our Native brothers and sisters is that disease was introduced by the Anglo contact. So in the Native American culture, whole cultures almost were decimated. Again, if we go back in our history and look at manifest destiny, who did we need to displace? It was people who were not people. They were described as less than human in the most polite language. And it's because of this that we give permission to violate civil rights because people are no longer people, they are objects. So I think our Native American brothers and sisters have so suffered, and the reservation system, the reality of this transgenerational idea of being objectified, less than human, and again, the understanding that in many ways, speaking up is less a virtue than following customs.